welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla, and today I'm recreating some old school vintage ads. Hey guys, hello, I hope you're all doing well. So today I decided I wanted to recreate some vintage ads with some of the pieces in my wardrobe. One of the cool things about this video is I didn't have to actually purchase anything. All the outfits that I ended up putting together were all from things I already had in my wardrobe. So I'm definitely focusing more on the fashion in these ads. I am going to try to go in and do some Photoshop magic. We'll see how that turns out. This was inspired very much by Rachel Maskey, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. I talk about her literally all the time. It's fine. She did one of these maybe like a year ago, and I thought it was really cool. And actually, one of you guys commented on a recent video and told me that an outfit I was wearing reminded them of the Women's Land Army ad, which we will be recreating in this video. And that was very much like the, okay, this is the sign. I need to recreate these vintage outfits in these vintage ads. So that is what we're doing today. I will say, before we jump too far into the video, some vintage ads are very problematic. I do think it's really important when looking at these things to observe them through the context of the time that they were made, but I think we can also look at them critically through a modern context as well and make sure we're paying attention so that these aren't sentiments that are brought over into contemporary culture. I tried to pick ads that I thought were either just weird and harmless or very like female empowerment, like Rosie the Riveter, which, as you can see, is one of the things we will be recreating today. But if I missed something, I sincerely apologize. It went straight over my head, which wouldn't honestly surprise me. So yeah, if I missed something that is like blatantly misogynistic, then please do feel free to let me know, because I would love to be educated on that. Anyway, really quickly, don't forget to pause and subscribe down below. It's totally free, and I'll let you know when I upload new videos, which is every single Monday, unless I have a crazy weekend, and then they go up on Wednesday. Now, without further ado, let us jump in to the ads. Okay, so the first ad that I recreated was weird. This was the hardest one to recreate, not because the outfit was hard to put together. That was actually so simple. But what was difficult was figuring out the pose she was in, and then also the angle at which this photo was taken. Honestly, I don't know that I necessarily got it, to be completely frank, and because I was doing this all by myself, yeah, it was difficult to try to figure this out, but I think I got it pretty close. But essentially, this is a Goodyear stick-on soles ad. So Goodyear, which we know is a tire company, apparently used to make stick-on rubber shoe soles, which is really cool, and honestly, I could use some of these. So yeah, I had on a vintage red sweater that I thrifted a long while ago, and then I had on a vintage black and white polka dot skirt, which is a little bit different. She has some black and white checkers on her skirt, but I don't have one like that. So I just used black and white polka dots. I figured it was close enough. And then I just had on a pair of black and white high heels. Yeah, not really sure how well this one turned out, but you know what? You guys be the judge of it. Here's sort of the process and the final product. Okay, I think where I'm struggling is like, I don't understand how you don't fully see up my skirt, because you can see the bottom of her shoes. Like, what? I just feel like, how did this logistically? Oh, okay. Try it again. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was really freaking hard. I feel like I took 50,000 photos and maybe none of them are good, but this is where we're at. And I am not gonna try and do that again. I don't understand the angle. The final result. Okay, so this is the final result. I'm actually pretty happy with how they turned out. I recently learned about the puppet warp option or like tool in Photoshop, and that honestly saved my life because I actually could not get my leg up that high, so I was able to move my leg without distorting it too much, which worked, I think, pretty perfectly. The only thing I excluded were those freaking circles around her leg. I honestly was just like over at editing this, and honestly, I hate this picture, but it's pretty close, and the outfit is absolute fire. I love this outfit so much. I felt like such a badass in it. Okay, so for the second one, I recreated a ad for this blouse. I think this one might be anywhere from like the 60s to the 80s. I interrupt this program to tell you that I showed this picture to my mom. She said she thinks it's from the 50s. I always show both of my parents my projects whenever I'm working on them because I just really appreciate their feedback, and I know that they'll be honest with me even when I don't want to hear it. So when I asked my mom, she said she does believe this might actually be from the 50s, even though the leopard print, apparently they wore animal prints in the 50s, and I just didn't know. I honestly am not sure, but based on like the leopard print that she has going on, possibly the 80s, I'm really not sure, but like the rest of her looks a little bit too classic. But I really like this outfit, and this has inspired me to potentially try putting scarves around my waist, feels like kind of a cool idea. Now, that is not what I ended up doing for this particular recreation because I don't have a cheetah or leopard print scarf because, frankly, I don't really wear animal print. But I did have a pair of animal print shorts, which is, yes, contradictory to what I just said, but I do have, that is the one animal print thing I own. So I actually hiked those way the frick up and then put my skirt on over top of it. But this is an ad for the blouse she is wearing, which is apparently made of some revolutionary cotton that is super silky soft, which honestly sounds like a dream. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and I honestly really love this outfit. And yeah, let me know what you think. Here's the process and the final product of that one. Okay, this one I think is going to be a lot easier. So let's walk through this outfit here. First of all, I have on my trusty tank top collared shirt. This is a little bit different. Hers buttons all the way down. Mine is a 3/4 button. I have these pearls, fake pearls, that I got online when I did the Audrey Hepburn video a few months ago. You guys can check that out up in the corner. I never know when I'm filming on my phone which direction it is. Normally it's towards the bookshelf, but you can check it out in the corner. I think it's this one. Whatever. You know the deal. I had a lot of fun doing that video. So anyway, okay, moving down, I have on a pair of like animal print shorts that I pulled up super, super high, like Wedgie City over here. But I pulled them up super, super high because she has like some sort of like scarf around her midsection that has this like leopard cheetah print on it. And then my yellow skirt that I thrifted from ThredUp for the Queen's Gambit lookbook. And then she has short hair, and I think this is going to be an issue I have for most of these ads. I think most of the ladies have short hair, and my hair is very long, so I just put it up in a bun. I'm not sure if you can see it, and then sort of pulled it out to look a little bit like zhuzhed and voluminous, but my hair is super heavy, so it can only get so voluminous. Yeah, and then red lipstick, which I think is going to be pretty consistent throughout, and then my umbrella. Now listen, I know this is bad luck. Luckily, I don't believe in superstition, so if I end up with bad luck, I'll definitely let you guys know. Actually, this umbrella is massive, so I'm either gonna go and see if I can find a different one, or I'm gonna Photoshop an umbrella in my hands. Aha, Mama Cows to the rescue. This was in her work bag, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, let's do this thing. Oh wait, I actually think that one turned out pretty good. It did take a little bit longer than I expected, just because figuring out the angle of her head was a little bit complicated, but I think we figured it out. I really, really like, honestly, I would wear this outfit minus the shorts underneath, not really into it, but if I had a cheetah belt, might wear it, to be honest. And also, I might consider wearing scarves around my waist. Is that a thing that I might start doing? Perhaps. Because I mean, honestly, it's kind of cute. It's like interesting, right? It adds like visual interest. Like, of course, the shorts are not like the best move, but if I had like a scarf to wrap around my waistband, like, might be cute, to be honest. But yeah, this is a pretty cute outfit. Really like it. That was a pretty mild ad, so no issues there. So yeah. Final result time. Okay. So this one I think turned out pretty well. I mean, obviously my hands are in the wrong place, but like we're just gonna ignore that. I don't know how I got the head angle right, but did my arms backwards. Or not even backwards, just wrong. Whatever. Who cares? Irrelevant. Either way, I think this turned out pretty well. The umbrella looks a little jinkety with like the handle obviously being the contemporary one, and then the actual umbrella looking like a parasol. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I honestly can't complain. And yeah, I really love this outfit, and I'm gonna be wearing this again, minus the shorts underneath, because honestly, it was so uncomfortable. I do wear shorts under all of my skirts and dresses, but not hiked up like that. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna start playing around more with like fun, interesting belts, because I think that's just a world I've been ignoring for far too long. So yeah, anyway, this is that. This was pretty difficult to edit, actually. The actual taking of the photo wasn't that hard, but now I'm wishing I just wouldn't have had an umbrella in my hand at all, and I think that would have just made it easier for me to just straight Photoshop myself into this photo. Anyway, pretty happy with how it turned out anywho. So yeah, that's that on that. Let's move on to ad number 3, I think. Okay, for the third ad, this one is my favorite, I do believe, and the one that sort of inspired this whole thing. So this is the Join the Women's Land Army ad. This was a British movement during World War II when they had women taking over jobs that the men were no longer able to occupy. So, you know, female empowerment, we run the country. So yeah, this one I think turned out pretty freaking well. Here is that one. Okay guys, so I've listened to the help of my mom because my hair is super long, and for the Women's Land Army picture, she has like pretty short hair. Now this is still too long for her hair, but we're gonna go with this length, which also, by the way, should I cut my hair this length? I feel like I should. Kind of cute. But yeah, Mom, you wanna say hi? So basically we're taking a ton of bobby pins and sectioning my hair into tiny little sections because my hair is really, really thick, and then sort of pinning it up in little loops, and then I'm just gonna like finagle it in Photoshop so that you can't really see the pins and that it doesn't actually look like it's folded over. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is the process. Very luxurious. Guys, this one's so accurate. So this is my dad's yellow collared shirt I just borrowed from him. It's like it's just a regular polo. It's my go-to green sweater. Then I did put on a belt with these sweatpants. So that's the only difference, is she has actual trousers on and I have sweatpants on, but they're doing the thing. They look like trousers. I put this belt on because she's wearing a belt. I got my riding boots on. I think she has like wellies on, or like waders. So not quite the same, but close enough. I got this green velvet headband from my Etsy shop on, and then my mom and I, my mom, not me, my mom pinned my hair up for me, and it's looking real good. The only thing I don't have is a pitchfork, because I don't know about you, but I don't keep a pitchfork around. So I actually have a painter's pole that I'm going to be holding in its place, and then potentially photoshopping that into a pitchfork. We'll see how it goes. Okay, honestly, I think this is gonna be the most accurate one, and also I think I'm cutting my hair. Like, this length is so cute, and I think I'm gonna do it. Final results. Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. Okay, so this is the Women's Land Army. I keep saying it like it's Women's Land, one word, and then Army, but I'm pretty sure it's like Women's Land Army. Like, they are the army of the land. Because, I mean, that would make sense based on what this photo was showing anyway. This is, in fact, the ad that inspired this whole thing, and it's also, I think, my favorite. I just think it is so cute. And hello, Mom. Okay, sorry about that interruption. My baby cousin wanted to talk to me on FaceTime. Anyway, so this is probably my favorite. I love this outfit. This is actually an outfit that I have styled in other videos, like similar outfits anyway. I don't normally wear riding boots with sweatpants, but generally, like, the silhouette of the outfit is really similar to ones that I've styled in other videos. So this is definitely an outfit that I do wear, will wear again, and really, really love. And honestly, I'm just obsessed with green right now. It's actually the current theme of my Instagram feed. And this sweater is just like one of my favorite things ever. And also, the headband like this is serving up all of the Eloise Bridgerton vibes in the freaking world. I'm obsessed. I love this. And I am the most impressed, I think, with how this one turned out. Like, even how I was able to Photoshop my hand holding this freaking pitchfork. Pretty impressive, huh? Right? Okay. Anyway, don't tell me if you don't think it's impressive. I don't want to know. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this next one was so difficult. And honestly, I don't know what this ad is for. It says, on rush, selected vegetables, packed and shipped. So I guess it's just like a vegetable shipping company? I don't know. And I don't know why they used a woman who was falling over in the wind. I don't get it. But I had all the pieces for this outfit, so I chose this ad. I couldn't figure out how to do this one either because, again, I think this is a drawing. And again, this woman is like literally falling over, and like I didn't know how to do that without actually falling over. Yeah, I think I figured out something, though it might be backwards. Oh yes, it was backwards, but thank God for Photoshop, I could flip myself and then I was the right direction, so this is how this one turned out. It was cool that I had everything that I needed for it, even down to the picnic basket. So yeah, this is how this one turned out. Okay, this next one is spot on. To be honest, I have no idea what this ad is actually about. Speed vegetables or something? Like, I don't know, ordering your vegetables speedily? I really don't know, but I actually had pretty similar pieces for this one as well. I have my green skirt, my white and black heels. I have this very wrinkly linen shirt. Didn't feel bothered to iron it, but yeah, you know, in the 50s they were definitely ironing their clothes, but she's being blown by the wind, and so I feel like maybe it will just give it like a wind-kissed look. And then I have my picnic basket as well. Okay, let me pose for this one, and then I'll get back to you momentarily. Not gonna lie, this one was really hard to take because I was trying to figure out how to even bend my body that way and not fall over, so I don't think that the angle is correct, but we're working with what we can do. Realistically, I mean, I don't know. Are these actual photos of women? I don't think so. I think these are drawings. So like, it's much easier. I don't know. I don't know. But I cannot bend my body the way that the woman in the ad was bending her body. So yeah, working with what we can actually do. Okay, moving on to the last one. These are the final results. Okay, you know, I didn't really mess with like the lighting on these, which now looking back at them, I definitely should have. I was so focused on just like getting myself edited into the actual ad. Anyway, whatever, I'm not redoing them. I'm actually still happy with how they turned out, and I don't want to mess with them anymore, but I'm pretty happy with this. I was backwards, as I previously said, but I was very easily able to flip myself. But yeah, obviously there's not as much motion or movement because I'm not actually being blown by wind, and I'm not a drawing. I'm an actual human being who's just leaning over on one foot. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. My skirt's obviously not as flowy either, so that's a big difference too. And also, I'm standing in a different pose because, again, actual human trying not to fall over and crash into my record player. And yeah, so anyway, really happy with how this turned out. I think the outfit's super cute. I think I'm gonna start wearing heels again as well because I freaking loved these heels. I'll probably just wear these heels, let's be real. But I freaking loved how they looked with all of these outfits, and they just felt, I don't know, really powerful and cool, and I really like this outfit, and vintage fashion rocks, man. So that's this one. Okay, so for the last ad that I recreated, this is a sort of Rosie the Riveter vibe. Now, this is not Rosie the Riveter, but it is a similar look. So this one is similar to the Women's Land Army one, where it is about women having to go into the workforce during one of the Great Wars, probably World War II is my assumption. It says, "Mother, is your job at Adele important?" And then it is talking about just explaining like why her job is important and why it's like important that she is there, and you know, she's serving the country and doing her duty by entering the workforce and helping create aircraft products, which is really freaking cool. So yeah, I thought this was fun, and I also thought it was a really interesting sort of thing where it was like a mother talking to her young daughter, and I felt like that was a really cool message to sort of instill in like young women that like, yeah, you are important to this society and more than just looking pretty and making food and setting a table. So I thought that it was really cool that there was that element of feminism and women empowerment. Okay, I also do want to clarify though, I do 100% support any woman who chooses to work from home, be a stay-at-home mom. That is a really hard freaking job, running a household. Really, really hard job. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I have nothing but respect for her. I mean, she's now in the workforce, but that also doesn't change how much I respect her. Yeah, I think the whole point is like women should have the right to choose whether or not they want to work, whether or not they want to work by being a stay-at-home mom and being a homemaker. I think, you know, it's all in whether or not you're choosing that lifestyle or whether or not it's being forced upon you. So yeah, just wanted to make that abundantly clear because stay-at-home moms and homemakers rock just as much as working women rock. Okay, cool. Moving on. but I thought that this one was super cute and I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, so I didn't have stripes, but I did have gingham, which is basically stripes. So here we've got this little situation. This is totally different from what she's got going on. I frankly don't have enough fabric to do like the wrap that she has on her head, so this is what we're going with. And you know what, it's gonna be fine. So this is the last one. So I'm also gonna pretend like these are regular overalls and don't tie in the back. So I'm just gonna pretend like I'm clipping it, which is a little bit different from hers, but that is what we're gonna do because that is what is gonna work. So let's take this picture. All right, and that is a wrap, my friends. This is the last photo. I'm really happy with how it turned out. You know, I think it's all about making do with what you got. That's what I always say. So there we go. Pretty happy with the results of all of these. Cannot complain, to be honest. Final result. Yeah. Who am I? Okay. So for this one, first of all, my hands are once again in the wrong position. I have no idea how I managed to put my head in the right position, but put my hands in the wrong position. Not once, but like 3 times. I literally have no idea how this happened, but it happened anyway. It did work out though, because then I ended up sort of covering the areas of the overalls where I would have needed to like Photoshop in those metal bits, so I was glad that I didn't actually have to do that. Excuse me, I just yawned. Also, of course, my head scarf thingy is different. I didn't have a headscarf, so I just used a scrap piece of fabric, and I think it, you know, it's a similar effect, and I think that's all we needed. Also, I didn't know what to do about like the skin tone situation. Their skin tone is like super orange. I'm not sure why they did this in editing, so I just made myself look sunburnt because that was the best thing I could think to do, to sort of make my skin tone look a little closer to them, but I also didn't want to make myself look orange, so I just made myself look a little bit sunburnt. So that's the tea, sis. Anyway, I think my outfit's pretty close. I'm just wearing a denim button-up shirt and then some overalls over top, and yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple outfit. Okay, yeah, that's it. I'm just sort of rambling now. So that's the final result. I'll see you guys in the outro. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I had so much fun recreating all of these ads. I thought it was so much fun. And yeah, I would absolutely love to do this again in the future with some maybe more complicated ones. These ones are relatively simple, but yeah, I'm really happy with all of the end results, and I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe down below. Like I said earlier, I upload fashion related content every single week. Videos go up on Mondays unless I have a crazy weekend, and then they go up on Wednesdays. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and don't forget, it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you next week. Bye!